So, Bat, you mentioned your dad's favourite music.
Dire Straits
Yeah.
is something he loves, but I think his music is a bit more refined than his taste in music. Even my mom's too. The Beatles, of course, Elvis Presley. But with our generation, it's. I mean, there is. I think with the last generation, to have had rock and roll as
the dominant thing, like
guitar music.
Yeah, up
as a
until
dominant
like
thing.
2005 or 6.
Then hip hop just took over.
Yeah, hip hop's become the mainstream.
All over the world,
hasn't
it? Even in England, because England is probably the one country that's kind of held on to guitar music.
Yeah, well, I mean, we still have regional hip hop, right? Like grime and that kind of stuff, like London specific.
I love that song, by the way. The Man's Not Hot song. It's so doesn't make any sense. But
I don't
brilliant.
really get it. I think I've seen it once. It's a spoof, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Like Big Shaq is a comedian. Big Shaq is the singer of that Man's Not Hot. He's a comedian. And he did as a spoof, it just became this #1 hit.
Yeah. Was it actually #1 in the proper charts?
Yeah.
I don't really keep up with these things, but I have to be honest.
Like, when was the last time you went clubbing?
Clubbing? Well, I was on that bachelor party.
Yeah,
that was 6 days ago.
Yeah. Did you? Did they play any of his music?
They did. We were in a different country though.
But Ireland is.
It's the same thing, is it?
Same thing.
Bit of a controversial position to take. I didn't hear that song played when I was there. Maybe they did. It was more kind of fiddle music, like Michael Flatley sort of stuff. Riverdance. Rather than dance. It could have been Riverdance.
Okay. It could have been the place that you were in, man.
Maybe, yeah. Beyond that, yeah. I mean, hip hop has just become pop music has. Pop music had a while where it could have gone dance, and it's sort of gone a bit more urban hip hop, I would say.
And I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
I mean, if you read, more sort of trendy, like hipstery review websites, 5-10 years ago, they probably wouldn't have covered any hip hop. Whereas
and they
now,
do now.
Now they do.
Why would they do that? Because I think
it's
the other way around, right?
I think it's just become that prevalent that you can't really have a discussion about the musical zeitgeist without talking about hip hop. Like Drake will get mentioned, or Jay-Z and Beyonce doing has to be mentioned because so many of the writers are spun off from that, I suppose. I like hip hop a lot.
I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
What was
were you
kind of Eminem sort of period?
All I'm guessing people who grew up in hip hop, we were introduced to hip hop with the popularity of Kid Rock and Eminem, right? All over the world. I don't know how it was in this country, but I remember when I was in the 9th grade, and the Marshall Mathers LP had come out.
Yeah.
There was this huge. It was like a set that I borrowed from a friend of a friend, and I was like, "Wow, this is so different."
Yeah.
And it was the uncensored version. I was like, "What the heck?"
That's the thing. It's very appealing to kind of 11 to 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
As well.
And then and then they discovered, and then hip hop music just became mainstream.
Yeah.
And we started dressing like that. There was a time in my life, George, where baggy clothes.
Yeah.
The underwear, then the jeans. Like and growing up would say, "Just pull up your pants, come on."
Yeah, I'd say that as well.
Wait, there.
Yeah, probably.
But did you have any phases in your life where a style of music dictated what you were wearing?
No, I don't think so. When I was a kid, I probably wanted to look like the Beatles, but
did you?
When I was like 7, so it wasn't something I could really act upon. But no, I've not really been swayed by that, to be honest. It's my problem. But no, I don't think I have. Maybe my hair's been longer, but I wouldn't have worn like baggy hip hop jeans or anything like that. I just can't pull it off. I just look stupid. That's it. That's all it comes down to, really. I just look silly.
No, I looked like a complete moron. No, I do. But,
give me your 3 favourite albums, and then your dad. Or give me your dad's 3 favourite albums.
I don't know. But I think it would be the Eagles album with the song Hotel California in it. That would be one of his
The
favorite
album's
albums.
Hotel California.
And the Dire Straits album. What is it called?
Which one? Brothers in Arms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dire Straits album. And his third favorite would probably be. I don't know. Because he wasn't a big Guns N' Roses and Bon Jovi fan the way other people.
It's a bit later as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely does not like hip hop.
No.
Yeah,
I feel like
not.
my father's taste kind of crystallised, but nothing was really added to what he liked from about 1984 onwards. That was kind of, he drew a line in the sand, and all music since then has not really been his thing. Maybe the Lighthouse Family, all dads, definitely in the UK, love the Lighthouse Family, but his favourites would be Hall & Oates.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. I mean,
Hall & Oates is also pretty popular amongst the
most successful pop rock duo of all time. Hall & Oates.
Are they English?
No, they're American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I read this somewhere. This is very interesting to me. The fact that the biggest bands in the world, most of them are English. Okay.
Historically or currently?
Historically.
Yeah.
And the biggest single acts in the world are American.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Elvis, the Beatles, Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Madonna.
For the longest time, I thought Madonna was English.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Why is that?
Why did you think that Madonna was English?
Yeah.
I don't know why you thought that. She's very... Well, her identity is New York. She's not from New York. She's from
Didn't she
somewhere else.
one point in time she lived in England at one point in time, didn't she?
Oh, she did. She was married to Guy Ritchie, but that was...
Whose movies I've never really liked. I don't know why.
I like Lock, Stock and I like Snatch. I've not seen any of his other films, I don't think. But they lived... He's got a sort of prestigious background, I think. Like, he owns a big country estate and things, so they lived the kind of English gentry life for a while. So maybe that's...
I thought he was proper working class, proper gangster.
No, I don't think
No?
so. No, I think
because of the movies that he makes.
I think he's fairly well to do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly is now. I think he's from a fairly privileged background, might be wrong.
He's best friends with David Beckham, isn't he?
Is he?
Why do you and I have different facts about...
I don't know. I live near David Beckham though.
You mentioned that.
So, not all bad.
Have you seen his house?
Not all bad, is it? Yeah, I've seen his house, yeah.
Is it on the same block, is it on the same street?
No, not the same street, close though.
David Beckham.
Yeah.
Is, in my...
Pop round for a bag of sugar. Who's ever gone to someone's house for sugar?
I have.
When have you needed to borrow a bag of sugar? What, when you're making a cake? Like, which occasion requires you to desperately knock on a neighbour's door for sugar?
When the neighbour is a good-looking girl, I'm guessing.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, but things weren't creepy then.
Women find that really sort of... It's a real kind of turn on when a guy comes around out of the blue asking for sugar. Yeah, keep up. That's gonna...
I don't do it.
Well.
You know, I'm guessing I did it when I was 14 or 15,
Okay.
but not now.
Yeah.
That would be odd.
It would be weird now.
You think David Beckham is the most famous person in the world?
No.
Okay, well, this is a good thing, right? Who do you think is the most famous living person in the world? The Queen? Because
Queen, maybe. I mean,
no,
Obama or Trump at the moment, potentially. I mean, they're always in the news, so all countries cover them, right? The Queen is someone everyone would have
you know what
heard
I think?
of.
I think David Beckham is even more.
But there's countries that don't play football.
But they know who David Beckham is.
Yeah.
Okay, how many countries don't play football?
Yeah, fair point. But I mean, like, how big is David Beckham in India?
They all know who David Beckham is.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Why? Just because he sells
I
Pepsi or
don't,
whatever?
like, I never got the infatuation. Like, I have a friend of mine, he's one of my best friends, and he's obsessed with him. Like, I remember we were playing this game, you know, where we asked him to... We were naming the 10 most important personalities in the history of humankind.
Mm-hmm. David was one of the 10.
It was top 3.
Top 3 of all time?
Of all time!
So, like, religious figures,
Like...
war heroes,
Yeah.
president.
Like, I had Jesus and Muhammad and you know, William Shakespeare, right?
Yeah. Which one of those 3 was knocked out for David Beckham? Shakespeare.
He had Because he was like, because he's Sikh, he wears the turban. He's
David Beckham.
no, this Fenner man.
Okay. I was going to say, yeah.
Okay, he wears the, so I think his number one was his like the village's head, like a guru.
So he's a little bit
Yeah, he's
biased as well.
I think David Beckham was number 2, number 3, which is very odd.
That is odd.
Yeah, he's kind of obsessed with him. And he thinks he's the second greatest footballer of all time.
I mean, he's not, is he? He's just he's a very, very good footballer at a very high standard for a long time.
This is what he said, right? He was kind enough to say that Pele is number 1 and Beckham's number 2. And but Pele number 1 comes with an asterisk. Pele never scored from the halfway line.
Okay. David Beckham never won the World Cup, let alone 3 times.
It's
a bizarre caveat to have made.
It's something I've never really understood.
Pele never married a Spice Girl, did he? I suppose. So
that's
two feathers in David's cap.
But he's been a really good ambassador for everything.
Football, UNICEF, he does loads of great stuff. Yeah. He's somehow acquired this level of fame more so than any other player, and he's done a really good job with it.
Do you think he's bigger than Messi and Ronaldo?
Well, he doesn't play anymore, does he?
But as a personality, as a human being,
he's probably about the same. He's definitely got a higher level of fame relative to his ability as a footballer than they do.
Okay, another question that everyone's always asked: Messi or Ronaldo?
I prefer Messi, but I think they're both equally phenomenal.
What do you think is better? Is the greater footballer?
Probably Messi, I would say, because to me he just has. It seems slightly more natural, and I think that's something. Like Ronaldo's obviously incredibly naturally blessed, but he also looks like the product of hard work, which is an amazing thing in itself. But he looks like he goes to the training ground, he practices being able to jump higher than anyone else, and then he does it. Messi's kind of. Ronaldo's like the perfect footballer in his, he's 6'2", he's really got long stride, balance, strength. Messi shouldn't be as good as he is. He's like,
you and I are taller than Messi, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, so despite having all these things that, he had to have hormone injections when he was younger, he's had to overcome all these things, and he doesn't do any tricks really, he just runs past people, he has balance.
It's just amazing.
So I think there's that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone could do what Ronaldo does at all, but there's that element of, wow, if I train harder, I can get better and maybe become closer to that kind of athlete. Whereas Messi is one of those things where you think, whatever I did, I could never have anything comparable to him. Do you see?
No,
there's plenty of footballers, right, like who maybe aren't supernaturally gifted, but they get the maximum out of what they have. Ronaldo is like the ultimate example of that.
Okay.
Where, to me, just watching them, that's how it comes across. Whereas Messi seems a bit more like you've just got this innate ability that's crazy.
That's never going to happen again.
Yeah, it's very hard to replicate, and just watching it, you feel like it's a once-in-a-lifetime or generation to watch. Whereas Ronaldo, well, his records are once in a lifetime, but he's... Kevin Keegan won World Player of the Year twice. He kind of like maximised his ability.
Remind me who Kevin Keegan is?
Played for Liverpool and he played for Hamburg in the late 70s. He was an England manager, a Newcastle manager. Okay. He was the manager who called out Alex Ferguson. I would love it if we beat them in the 90s. But more famously as a player, he won the European Player of the Year twice in a row, I think, when he was at Hamburg in the late 70s, maybe start of the 80s.
This is something that's very interesting to me, and I've been told this by...
Who was your choice, by the way, Messi or Ronaldo?
I don't know.
You don't? Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm a huge fan of Ronaldo, but watching Messi is just magical.
Yeah, I think most players, if you asked them, I think they would choose to play with Messi, right? Like Coutinho just left Liverpool to go and play at Barcelona. I'm sure it was so he could play with Messi because...
Oh, it could be a European versus South American thing, right? Could that be a reason?
Possibly. But I'm European, not South American.
But in Argentina, George, Messi's not even the biggest thing. It's not even the biggest footballer. It's still Maradona. Can you believe that? And this I've been told by many Argentinians.
But he delivered and won the World Cup. Messi's not won the World Cup yet.
Oh, yeah, but But he does so much, like every weekend.
Yeah.
And he's won through about 3 Champions Leagues now? Or is it 4?
4, but I think he was on the bench for the first one.
Okay, so that's
3,
doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think he scored in 2 of the 3 finals.
So he has to win this World Cup.
Yeah, this is probably his last chance, right?
You think he'll
What,
do it?
30? Maybe 29?
Yeah, he's 30, yeah.
I mean, he might have another World Cup in him after that.
What's your pick for the World Cup, apart from England, of course?
I don't really have one. I think the Brazil team's really strong. The France team should be strong, but I don't know.
The French team has amazing players.
Yeah.
And
they fell short in the Euros, so I'd say they may be falling short again.
But it's apparent to me the fact that its neighbour, England, has never been able to do as well as France, Germany, Spain and Italy. I mean, Spain's been recent, a success, right? Why do you think that is?
Why we're not been as good as those other countries?
Take the example of France. Similar demographics, right?
No.
No?
In what way? Because I would say one reason is France have been able to kind of capitalise on a lot of like French colony.
Is that true though?
Well, loads of the French national team have
I know from France.
Yeah, or they're second generation immigrant families from African countries or Algeria and.
But England would have a similar situation though.
With which countries that also have a footballing
No, but they would have a lot of immigrants from other countries.
Yeah, but our bigger immigrant communities aren't countries that big Indian immigrant community. It's not a big footballing country, right?
Very true, they're gonna have.
We don't have the same African immigrant community that France does, and that seems to correlate with really good football. Like, you look at their national team.
It's amazing, right?
Loads
French
of
football team,
African players, yeah.
I think
that's a big difference. They've got a bigger population, right?
Like
a bit.
5-10 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big factor.
But what about Germany though? They do really well.
Germany definitely got a bigger population. They do better, I'm sure, because they have the youth infrastructure in place where you have to play a certain number of under 21 or under 23 players in club teams, so younger players get more of a chance at club level.
So you think the success of the Premier League has, rendered England a less quality team?
Yeah, it probably has, right? Because which buy a lot of players at the expense of giving our youth players opportunities. I think it's coming a bit full circle now. I think that's starting to change. Like Phil Foden getting game time for City, 17. He came on in the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup the other day, or yesterday. Had a good cameo. I guess our youth teams in the UK or in England are now starting to win. Right, we won the under 17s.
You did, yeah.
Came runner up in the Euros, won the under 20s, right? So there's been some big
results.
They had
the under 17 World Cup in India.
Yeah. So I think seeing that success at youth level and those players having that success, that should carry through, because either they'll be bumped into their first teams quicker, players like Foden, or they just won't have the elephant on their back of, we've never won anything at international level. So hopefully that will help. We'll see. But Germany do better because they've built that into their club ethos that they have to play the younger players.
My pick for the World Cup, okay? I would want an Asian or an African team to win.
Who do you support if your country's not playing?
I support players, I don't support other countries. But, having lived here for a bit, I do support England now.
Yeah.
There's, because I do love this country. So, so that would be like the team that I like, but I would love for like an Asian and African team to do well. Like South Korea and Japan always look promising.
South Korea had that great run when they hosted it, right?
Yeah. You know what happened, right? When Italy lost in the second round of the quarterfinals, the South Korean player, I forget his name, and he was playing for an Italian team. Not Inter Milan, AC Milan or Juventus, but a middle run.
I think I do know this story. Yeah.
He was fired.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
Or if you ask after that, which imagine if that were to happen in 2018.
Yeah, it's harsh, isn't it?
I mean, that's in my opinion. Apart from the horrible racism that happens when teams go play in certain European countries, whatever, and they have these neo-Nazi fans. That is an incident of racism that is just horrible.
Wild xenophobia, sporting
Think about
xenophobia. Yeah. It's just sour grapes, isn't it? He scored in a football match.
I mean, come on. But at least he didn't get shot though, like the Colombian player.
Yeah, terrible.
So did you?
How long until an Indian team makes it to an international tournament? Really?
It's too hard. But I think they're doing well.
China has similar kind of. I think the reasons you've said it is more like physicality reasons. China has, I guess, similar physicality to India. It was just that kind of as a generalised statement, and China are putting loads of money in and making a real drive for getting to the World Cup. I think their leader wants to win the World Cup in the next 20 years or so.
But I think for the next 5, 10, 15 years, with the kind of strides they're making in football in India, I think that they're gonna be middle rank in Asia, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've qualified for the Asian Cup, and that's pretty big.
Is that the first time?
No, it's a few times that's happened.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's something that's becoming more popular in the country. So I hope more kids play the sport.
Do Indian football fans following the World Cup? Who will they be?
Oh, they pick teams. Because it's
just kind of draw straws, or we love Messi, so we'll support Argentina, kind of thing.
But then it's where I grew up, especially the football World Cup, once every 4 years, is the one thing that I remember the most. Just watching it. It becomes this big event where people already have teams because they love the sport a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty big thing. But yeah, my friend, one would support Argentina, the other would support Spain, whatever, because everyone gets involved.
Yeah.
Even people who won't watch it, right?
Yeah.
Like even my mother would go, I'm going to pick a team. She'd watch like a few minutes of it.
Yeah. That's enough.
Yeah. It's kind of like the global Super Bowl where even if you watch American football, the NFL, you watch the Super Bowl. Yeah. So the World Cup final is something that they do.
Yeah.
So but my pick for this World Cup, I think Argentina is going to win it.
Do you?
Yeah.
They struggled to qualify. They only qualified with that Messi hat trick.
Which was brilliant, man. I watched the game online, but I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was just.
It's just stepping up when he needs to step up with a hat trick.
How does a team as talented as Argentina with Kun Aguero and what's his name? Di Maria.
Yeah.
Not.
It's a hard qualifying group, I suppose. There's some tough teams.
But I think
they should still be getting
through.
They did, didn't they? So.
We found that.
Yeah. Chile didn't qualify. They did really well at the last World Cup. They won the Copa America. They haven't qualified, have they?
Yeah, and Alexis Sanchez isn't playing well for us either.
No.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, he's not been playing well yet, but he's played 3-4 games.
Yeah, because he scored 1, maybe 2 goals.
Yeah, I think he was decent yesterday, but I don't like Mourinho. I don't know. I hoped he was gonna be a much better manager, but he's not.
He's just not an exciting manager, is he?
I still have my theory. I think he still hung up on Chelsea.
Possibly, beat them yesterday.
The guy would never
ex-girlfriend.
Would never get over his girlfriend. I think that's Mourinho with Chelsea.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like signing Matic was kind of like him getting custody of the kids, right? It's a bit like that. He's sort of taking the kids.
It's funny. Yeah. You know what's coming up on Netflix next?
Go on.
I don't know if you had the opportunity to catch this live, but Ricky Gervais's new stand-up special. Humanity.
No, I haven't seen it live. Was it good?
I don't know. I didn't see it live, but it's coming up on Netflix in March.
Good.
Yeah, and he's not been getting good reviews for his most recent work.
No, films have not been as well received, have they?
Did you like David Benn, Life on the Road?
I didn't like it, no.
Special
Correspondence got some particularly poor reviews as
well. I reviewed Special Correspondence, by the way, for a publication.
How well did you review it?
I wanted to be really nice to Ricky Gervais because I have a lifelong ambition to kind of work with him. No, I do.
Well, let's not say the thing upsetting then.
Yeah, but the editor who's pretty good at what she does, really good at what she does, kind of made sure that I didn't review it as nicely.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. So if Ricky Gervais ever watches this, I love you.
I doubt it. I doubt I'll be watching it.
Do you still watch The Office when you ever get a chance?
Frequently. Yeah.
It's
Is
really
it a big thing in India?
It's not.
Is there an Indian version of it?
Oh, this is funny. This was confirmed last week that the latest version of The Office is going to be an Indian one.
That's when I heard of it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. What will it be called?
I don't know. It's probably going to be something set in.
What language will it be in?
In Hindi.
Hindi. Okay.
Yeah. So that's that.
Hindi's the most prevalent language.
It's the most. It's the language with the most number of speakers.
Is that the language of Bollywood?
Yes.
That's Hindi. Okay.
Yeah. So about 400 or 500 million people speak it.
Okay. The big audience.
Yeah. But that's less than half the country.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.